ladies and gentlemen, you're probably wondering, what are we doing today? Well, this here, surprisingly, my mom suggested this as an idea. And I'm gonna call it, uh, um, it would have to be on a national level for it to work. Hold up, did it? I just realized what I did. So, yeah, it ended up making the thing bigger. So today, we are making what would be the world's best. That was weird. The world's best ID card. So you would do, or not you would do, it would be along something, it would look something like this. You have your card here. That's front. Yeah, I'm attempting to try to make it the same size. Obviously, now, you would be doing another one here. It'd be like a global ID. Here, you would type in America, because it'd be in. So here, your picture. I know that's terrible. I'm just gonna USA. I know it looks fucking terrible. Your then go back to here. Your state or province name. So let's go with okay, hold on. I'm having a brain fart. Let's do IL for Illinois. Now, you're probably wondering what would go next. Well, now, this is what, it would look like. Now we would be looking at identification security features. For, uh, regular identification. Now, um, you would have, um, uh, hold on, let's do black. No, I need it like this. Mag strip. Okay, now this is starting to look like some credit card. But no, this would be your ID. You would be doing, well, not you would be, then a sequence of, uh, your, uh, first sequence, now for this one, would be text. It'd be, country's abbreviation, so it'll be U dot S dot A, and then dot a random sequence of numbers. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for the sequence of numbers. Obviously it'd be a lot longer. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that would be that. Hold on, why did it not hold on, this. Wow, that. This would be your identification number you would find on your ID, but it'd be your thing here. Then secondary sequence would be your card security code, which would be a code that it basically would protect you. So let's say if okay, here is it would be moving to the back of the card now, or no, the back. Let's go to the back. It'd be a string of numbers also. So you can create what? No. So this is your identification number, and this would be your security thing for the card. So this number would be permanent. Well, let's say your identity was. Let's say your card was stolen. Now you would call. Obviously you would go in to get a new ID. This number wouldn't change. However, this one would. And if someone would try to use this card, because this code would no longer match what's on your ID, when a bank would run it to, like, let's say someone tried to use it to, let's say, commit identity theft. If a bank were to call to, when send in the information to make the account, this number would come back as, not being the same. So then they would be declined, and it wouldn't match the original card because obviously this card was called in as missing or stolen. So the new one wouldn't match the old one. So yeah. Then you would have obviously would there be an expiration date? I don't know. There could be. So I'm gonna type SEC. SEC. Security code. Then what would happen would be and then continue the security would be well, obviously the this here would be I'm gonna get into it later. And then a is here. Let's do this. I know this is terrible. Like what you'd see on a credit card, as another form of it'd be for it would this would be on this my accent. This would be on, what would show on here would be this information. And what's also good about this is this card would also be used as a credit card. So not only would let's say you'd have this and this as well, this is your ID card. Well, this would be your card security number. So if like I said, permanent not permanent. This would change when when it would expire, or if you were call it in stolen or missing. So anything you had attached to the ID card, you would have to basically you would have to get it changed. Now this here, because you would use it not only as your ID but as a form of purchasing power. So um, your money would also be, it would be access to your account. Which this is why because it'd have all your information and account information. So it'd be, you know, this here, and because the chip adds extra security on it and stuff. So yeah, it'd be more. It's now already. It has more security than a regular ID card. Right now, or because of this, it has more security than a regular ID card. Um, so with this, identity theft is no longer an option, an issue. Um, Now, however, data theft, you know, you'd be able to. Now, you would have. Oh, did not mean to do that. Edit, undo. Um, Here and here. Now, here. I'm trying to do this, but it's not working. Is this better? It would have two of your fingerprints on it for biometric authorization. So let's say if someone attempted to steal your identity, well, this code makes it super impossible if you were to report it stolen, because because the new one, because of the change in the system, this here would make it would make the older ID unusable. Now, for more security, this here, if someone were to try to steal the identity, your identity, well, the thing is now with the biometric data attached, only way they can prove would be basically chopping off your fingers. And I don't know, most likely I would have shot the person who would have done that. So, I mean, that's a legitimate self-defense case right there. So, yeah. And now, not only that, so I'm gonna go over this again. This has 1, 2, 3, 4 security features. Your ID card only has the this. Well, I haven't even added that onto it yet, so that would be 5. Let's do change the thing to let's add this as the, you know, the security ribbon. That's in IDs to prove they're not counterfeits, because even IDs have security features to show that they're not a counterfeit. So now that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 security features. And a regular ID card only basically has this. So, yeah. Now you would add, what else should we add? Let's do, well, obviously I forgot something. I'm gonna add more, security features. You know, more like, thing. Now, let's change back to black. Now, obviously, your address. So, you'd be doing, this here. Blah. B-L-A. Blah. No. I don't have no idea why that keeps happening. You live at blah. So now, what else would be a security feature? So, you would have your, anti-counterfeit. Then you would have your cyber stuff that would be used for, like this here is this is what would be used if you're opening a bank account. Now, however, this one, because it would have two sequence of numbers that need to match what the government would provide the bank, it'd be harder for someone to, stealing your ID to open up accounts. Yes, it would make it impossible to open an account over the internet. It would be basically you'd be walk-in only. Now, what else would obviously let's add another barcode for here to the back. Your now this would be what the law enforcement would have about your medical information, like if you were an organ donor or stuff like that. So it would have a digital copy of all this. However, if you lost it, this information would become useless, because the number on the digital copy would be this number, and if it were to report it stolen or lost, this number would immediately change on the new ID, so all this information would become absolutely useless. Now, we are running out of time, and so yeah, this would be the best identification card anybody could ever own. So yeah, see you guys next video or some other time, and see you guys next time.